Well, a remarkable new memo confirms what the rest of the country has suspected for years. Bill Clinton has been using his charitable activities to get almost unbelievably rich. Top Clinton aide Doug Band, who ran the Clinton Foundation, details how he helped President Clinton personally make millions of dollars. Personally. And much of the cash raked in from the foundation donors happened while Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. That was a major boon to their finances. Here to react is Alabama Senator Jeff Sessions. He is chairman of the Trump campaign's national security team and a key advisor to the candidate. Senator, thanks a lot for coming on this morning.
Thank you, Tucker.
So I want to read you part of this memo from Doug Band about Bill Clinton, Inc. that came to light in the WikiLeaks dumps. Here it is. Throughout the past almost 11 years since President Clinton left office, I have endeavored to support the Clinton Foundation and President Clinton personally. President Clinton's business arrangements have yielded more than $30 million for him personally, with $66 million to be paid out over the next 9 years should he choose to continue with the current engagements. So you have almost $100 million that he's bragging about in these emails. Is this a surprise to you, or did we know this?
These numbers are a surprise to me, Tucker. I knew he was making a lot of money on speeches for political reasons and connections that people were paying, not for the value of his speech, but those are stunning numbers. Another number that to me is just knocks my socks off is that he and Hillary gained $153 million in speaking fees alone since he left the White House. That is just unbelievable. People feel correctly that our leaders are spending too much time worrying about rich people and big fees and not enough time about their own interest in America's interest.
And yet it's not to excuse the Clintons to note that this is pretty conventional in Washington. I mean, I am certain that President Obama plans to get very, very rich from arrangements like this, from speeches, the second he leaves office. Is this the swamp that the Trump campaign is talking about draining?
Absolutely. We've got to do better about that. A lot of this money comes from foreign countries, which is doubly troubling. So Donald Trump's proposals are to tighten up dramatically the ability of foreign companies through lobbyists and other ways to fund politicians in the United States. It really needs to be tightened up. But fundamentally, what the American people feel is this is, in a way, a real corruption. It corrupts the purity of the interest of our leaders. They spend too much time raising money. Billions of dollars, $1 billion or more Hillary Clinton has raised for this campaign. Donald Trump has funded most of his own by his own money. And I think that allows him to be more effective in fighting against this kind of thing.
So there's a new report, Senator, that illegal immigrants are pouring over the border ahead of this election. They're afraid of a Trump win, but there's also the promise that a Hillary win would allow them to become citizens at some point. I mean, it seems to me, if that were to happen, if Hillary were to win and she were to legalize the illegals in this country now, that would constitute a massive and history-changing demographic, a voting bloc for Democrats. Am I misreading that?
Well, it's a huge thing. People don't realize how big it is. We admit 1.1 million a year lawfully,
right,
who go on to become citizens. Those, and then we have probably at least 500,000 or more entering unlawfully every year, maybe closer to 1 million. So these are historic numbers. We'll soon reach the highest percentage of foreign-born in America's history. It will continue to go up. Look, the American people are not against immigration. They're not against immigrants. Donald Trump does not hate immigrants, but we need a lawful system. We got to end the lawlessness, and we can do it. I've studied it. This can be done. It should be done.
Yep.
And if we don't, we're going to regret it. And it's a really impacting adversely the working conditions and wages of American workers.
And it's packing the electorate for Democrats, that's for sure. Senator, it's great to see you this morning. Thanks a lot for coming on.
Thank you.